black because that's racist. And then you're like, fuck, maybe I can't. You're a problem.
Well, he's just very concerned about. Um, he's only been the boss for 3 months, so he's not very comfortable in his role. And he's the first wave of those kids. They're grown-ups now. The first participation generation who were all special are 34 years old and bossing me around now. Mm-hmm. And having a me on your staff is not easy.
No.
When you're trying to like tread those waters so lightly. I've never given him a serious answer to anything ever. It's really starting to he doesn't know what to do with it. But
of course not.
He hired me because he respects me and my resume, and he wanted me to bring all this experience to a part that was lacking. And he totally puts a lot of responsibility on me, which is cool. I appreciate that. But he doesn't know how to deal with me at all. Because he's like, wait, is this like experience or is this just you being a jackass? Yes. Always jackass. Always.
It's always both. It's experience of being a jackass.
I'm 42. This is my 42nd job. You're never getting a serious answer out of me.
It's just not going to happen. You're just going to have to, as I said earlier, suck it up, buttercup.
And I totally Eric and Gord him today because I was doing a cycle count and I counted a thing and I was off by like 400 or something. I forgot a box. And then, but he went to double check it and he counted it way wrong. And I was like, so I'm now less wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, yeah, I guess. I'm like, that's all I needed to hear.
I'm better than you. That's all that matters.
You're free to go. Let's get back to work.
And so I had that when I worked at the knife store. I had that or did inventory where you start on like a Sunday as soon as you close the store at like 6:00, and then you have to do inventory until you're done. The first year I did it, we were there until like 2:00 in the morning. Because it just took forever. Yeah. So we got, okay, at least now we know what we're doing. We should get through this pretty quickly. Oh, yeah. Went through the whole thing, sent it all off. There you go. And they're like, Gord, yeah, you're off by like 400 pieces. I'm like, what? Yeah, we missed an entire section. I'm like, oh, yeah. Damn it.
I used to do it on purpose because I knew someone had to do it again anyway. So I'm like, I'm not handing them the answer. I'd count it right and then write down something completely outrageous. And just see if they checked, like if they actually counted. Because if they just copied my number, then I'm like, you guys are fucking cheating.
Yeah.
Because like, I know that's not the fucking number. The number I wrote, it's not the one.
The number you have is not what I actually know is here. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm good at math. I'm not. I'm very, very bad at math. I'm not. Which is... When you walk into a job bragging about how you're the best receiver that's ever lived, and then 2 days later they realize you can't count to 11, it's fun. They can't fire you for that.
No.
Because you can identify as retarded, and then they get in trouble. So. I identify as a retard. Sorry.
There's nothing you can do about that.
It's getting out of hand. It's bad in the workplace. It's bad that he has to walk on those eggshells that I'm spreading on the floor in front of him. Because I could possibly pull that shit. Not that I could, because I'd shoot myself in the fucking face before I did that kind of crap to someone. But he doesn't know that.
No.
And he's gotta Me Too himself, and he's gotta Black Lives himself. He's gotta just tread so carefully. I'm like, fuck, man, you're supposed to be the boss. You can't just walk. Like he's afraid of being canceled.
Yeah, because he knows because he knows once you're woke, all it takes is is one slip up as a woke person, and that's it. You're out. You're
Yeah.
done.
And I was thinking of some of the really early examples, and the first one that people don't think of was the Dixie Chicks.
Yep.
They spoke out against George Bush, and then they were gone.
Yeah.
And people made them gone. And then they came back as just the Chicks.
Yeah.
Because Dixie is racist. Fuck. And then they were fine again. But there was that, and then there was the Game of Thrones thing, where they like made them go back and rewrite the last episode because nobody liked it. And they're like,
"Oh, really?
Well, yeah, they made the writer go, but like, who the fuck? You don't tell Stephen King, hey, I don't like your book, go rewrite it. He would fucking spit in your eye. Go get lost. You already paid for it. I won. But just that was the first example I remember of this fucking, we don't like what you did, so we're going to end your career if you don't do what we say. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do that to your boss. Like, he should just be able to fire my ass.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should. I'm great. I'm a huge asset to your company. But you should have the authority.
Yeah.
It's my kid. I'll fucking smack him if I want to. If you smack my kid, we got a problem. But I'll fucking smack him.
I don't get it. I don't get that bullshit cancel culture bullshit. I don't. What was it?
It'll happen to us.
Yeah.
As soon as the little man bun kids get a hold of this show, I think he had a man bun, my boss. He's got like that cut. He's got that Josh Homme cut where it's like slicked back and shaved on the sides.
Yeah.
But I think at one point that led to a man bun. I haven't asked him yet. He's a really cool guy. I like him very much. I'm going to destroy him emotionally before I'm done.
Well, it won't take much. That's
not personal.
It's just sport.
It's my nature. You know, it's the frog and the scorpion. You know that old
yeah.
You know the frog helps the scorpion get across the river. Then the scorpion stings him. He's like, "Why did you do that? I helped you." And he goes, "Well, I'm a scorpion. That's what I do."
Yep.
I'm a scorpion.
That's actually been updated now. Now it's a snake.
Oh well. And it's probably
snake.
It's probably a rainbow snake, and the frog is of no distinguishable
identity,
ethnicity. It's just this.
Is it a tree frog? You have no right to ask that question.
How dare you?
Racist!
I swear to God, I will burn this place to the ground.
Speaking of racist, there's a new video going around, and I got to admit, even I'm pretty shocked about the fact that this came out of a person's mouth on camera. There's a black family that lives in this fucking neighborhood, and they've been in there for a while now, and they've been good with the neighbor. This white woman, they've been good with her. She was just literally there the day before, petting their dog, everything was fine. Well, then she decided, I guess once she got home, she found out what type of breed of dog it is, and they have a pit bull. So she had a problem with that. So she went back and she starts yelling at them. Basically, like I'll paraphrase it, but she's like, you know, you shouldn't have that type of dog. It just perpetuates the stereotype. And why do you guys act black? You're in a white neighborhood. You should act white. Like actually said those words to them. And they're just standing. The guy just goes, and literally that's what he said. Just goes, wow.
Well, it's nice.
I think it's time that you walk away.
You know, that's actually quite progressive for them. Like to admit that black people have the ability to act white now. That's a big step.
I suppose.
You should act white.
The best part of it is the woman's husband has no idea any of this was going on. So the reporter shows up and does a thing, interviews him, then goes over to the neighbor's place, knocks on the door, and the husband answers, and he's like, "Hey, can I help?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm with so and so news station. There's like a bit of an altercation between your wife and the neighbor." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And so she plays the clip, and he's watching the clip, and his face is blurred out, but you can tell by his body language the guy's just like, "Fuck." And he goes, and this is like on the internet now. She's like, "Yeah, that's just like all over the internet right now." He goes, "Yeah, I have no comment," and just closes the door and like runs away.
That's awesome. I think this should go hand in hand with the Eric and Gord protest against protests. I can't talk today. The protest against protests. We should also protest people calling us white. There isn't a white fucking spot on my body. Anywhere. Nothing on me is white.
Pink.
I should be offended by this. I think from now on, I'm going to be.
I think they should start referring to us as pink.
Yeah. Or come up with what like something that we are that's not this. Like not white. It's not I'm not really pink. More of a weird beige.
Skin tone color?
No, yeah. Say goodbye, Gord.
I just couldn't resist that. I really couldn't.
Okay, this isn't the right song. I can't find the right song. Yeah, skin color. That's awesome.
Remember when that was a crayon?
That was a crayon. And I'm sorry, but yeah, they win that round. That's pretty bad. When you skin color. Well, what color would you call it? Normal. That's how they. It's normal.
It's
normal skin color. Yeah, we're fucked. And then some makeup company did that too with like their foundation or whatever that shit is. It was called like normal. They had like black and then normal. It was like L'Oreal fucking whatever, I don't know, cover up or something. I don't remember what it was, but
that's so good.
It was called normal. And it's like, oh guys, really? Who didn't come to the meeting that day? Where was your
when
PR
that passes? Guy? You know you need diversity in your fucking workplace.
Yeah, you need some training.
Yeah,
you need a Saturday where y'all get together and someone comes and schools you,
teaches you about not being an idiot.
Yeah, that like come on. Sometimes like you should act white. You're in a white neighborhood now. You should appreciate that by acting more white.
You're safe here.
You're safe.
It's so bad.
Away from the savages.
I just love, like I said, like the video is so funny when the reporter goes and talks to the fucking husband. You can tell he's used to his wife being like probably saying that shit to him when they're in the house. What's with that family across the street? Why are they always like acting black? They got that pit bull. That's just like right out of like a rap video. And they wear black clothing. And the best thing was when they interviewed the family.
That'd be funny if it wasn't a dog. It actually was Pitbull.
The actual rapper.
They've got that Pitbull. So, I mean, bark or something. That was me being Pitbull as a dog. You're welcome. I don't act on this show very often, but there you go.
I gotta bring up this.
Please bring up.
I gotta bring up the image from it. I just really hope my computer speeds up a little bit more, because the great thing about this particular video is when the news reporter interviews them, the entire family is all wearing the same fucking sweater, and it's like a pro-black sweater.
That's racist.
And it's like, like, you know, like, and that's the funny thing, like, you know, I would just love the fact of the reporter say, so do you guys all wear the same matching clothing every day, or just when you're on the news?
Oh, Jesus. That question
and
right
do you
there
understand why
would ruin your life.
Why are you guys acting black in a white neighborhood? I don't understand. It's just so good. I don't. It's one thing to have that conversation in the sense like I'm not saying it's good, but it's one thing to have that conversation when you're like face to face with somebody and nobody's recording. But when you have two separate people both held